Ooh, Vlad 3. I like it.
Yeah, this is like my so I the channel is mostly like how I play right now. Like those are the games that I get in. Like me and Ethan are the only ones who are really like playing around here right now in terms of like people just because like Wisconsin's kind of a hotbed for COVID right now, so nobody's really
Yeah.
getting out and mixing it up. Uh, it's kind of shameful that Wisconsin's the COVID central right now, but for the US at least. But this pairing it's wavers between Vlad 2 and Old Witch 2 and and paired with Vlad 3 is kind of like my bread and butter pairing for a while. Like since I switched so often on the channel, this is probably what I would consider my most constant pairing.
Nice. Um, yeah, it's kind of crazy times. Just to, hi everybody. We just jumped into the stream. We're just talking about the different metas right now and the how we're kind of interjecting in between our lists, and we just started talking about the different metas and how we're handling the circumstances. Actually, in Alberta, we just recently started going through our second wave,
Mhm.
and we kind of unofficially stopped playing in stores. So War Table is kind of where we're going to be. I mean, there are still the odd like different games going on in different garages or whatnot, but yeah, we pretty much shuttered up for a little bit. So
Yeah, everyone around here kind of works a little different, right? Because I live in not extremely rural Wisconsin, but rural enough. But I'm not too far away from Madison, which is kind of one of the big like hot spots in Wisconsin right now.
mhm.
So like for the most of the folks that play Warmachine do live in Madison, so a lot of those stores aren't like letting people play games in them at all because of the circumstances. But here in the rural areas, we've got like we're not as impacted by it, and we're still being real cognizant of the virus. But sometimes you can get some games here and there. Otherwise, it's just kind of me and Ethan plopping around with whatever to keep the YouTube games flowing.
Yeah, and that's kind of the same way. I respect the risk and I respect the other players around me, and that's why I decided to go War Table for now. But yeah, we did have games. We actually had a couple steamrollers going for a little while in between while everyone was behaving and taking care of themselves. But with the cases going really high really quickly day to day, and I mean it's Canada, it's Alberta, so it's like we don't have the same population density, but the ratio was there still. So
Yeah, our problem in Wisconsin is that like we have a massive drinking culture,
mhm,
and we also Wisconsin like at least familial culture is the emphasis on the nuclear families,
mhm.
while still like getting people together for those family get-togethers, and they're just people aren't understanding that they kind of need to suspend that stuff, or at least try and peel back on it a little bit. So things are a little screwbally with the way that the virus is kind of blown up in small areas.
The longer it takes for people to behave, the longer it's going to take to get through this.
Yep.
That's the best way to say it.
So it looks like you're dropping a Mercs pairing with Ossrum and a bunch of Jacks. This is like what I would consider this like I don't know if I would say it's old tech Ossrum. This is a list that I probably would have expected to see maybe 2-3 years ago, maybe pre-Oblivion at least.
hmm
And then your other list is new school with Aurora in Strange Bedfellows. So that's an poses an interesting choice for me because I feel like between my pairing, there's one list that probably strikes out as like the best one to deal with these, but I'm not sure if it's the one I want to play.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at your list as well because I know Vlad too, and I know the Doom Reaver list. Also, thanks for popping in, Chris. If you jump into the channel, you can actually see my chat as well. And Brent, thank you very much on the congratulations for 100 subscribers. I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate everybody that has subscribed. Speaking of, Matt Grant, John Mills, Brian Connolly, and Bernardo Massa. Thank you very much for subscribing. You guys were the last few people to push me up and over 100. I now have youtube.com/the community killer. I hit that that 100 sub. Yeah, your list. I mean, I know the Vlad 2 list. I played that one. I played against that numerous times, and it's a really good list. I think I know the list that you do but don't want to drop, and you probably do want to drop your Vlad 3 list, because it'll play into both the lists a little better, I think.
It's a toughie.
Yeah. The Ossrum list actually is the reason why it was built this way is just basically to pair well with the Aurora list, to force the hard decision on one way or the other.
Yeah, you present two very different list options, and that's definitely one way to approach the two list pairing process, right?
Yeah.
But
Play the chicken. That's basically what happens. Be like, did I pick the right one to go into the right one?
yeah, see, that's one of the reasons why I've gotten really into, and I didn't present it in this list pairing at least, but why I've gotten really big into the idea that if you build two lists that are similarly constructed, like their guts are the same, but they do very different things, has been really really good for me, because it's not only do I kind of force my opponent to pick the list that deals with the best or deals with those internal pieces or those core pieces the best, but it also allows me to kind of identify what works best for my opponent, and then try and figure out what I can do to play the best in it. It's like a proactive pairing process, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if I were to do something like drop two lists that had three 120s in it, like Crucible Guard does this really well, like Silvestro with a bunch of trains, and then like McKay with a bunch of trains.
McKay with a bunch of trains, yeah.
Exactly. That kind of forces you into saying like, well, Aurora's not going to play into that, right? And then I can kind of say like, okay, which one of those lists is going to deal best with Ossrum, because
Yeah.
I know that you wouldn't drop Aurora into that. But
Yeah.
this list over here, now I've kind of got that same different decision matrix, right?
Yeah. I mean, the Aurora list is vastly different than I mean, I generally how I build my list is I build one list, and then I try and follow up with the weaknesses and how you have to deal with like Ossrum. Dealing with Ossrum and dealing with Aurora are two different toolkits, and it forces the other player to be like, okay, if I pick, it's that chicken that oh, I got disconnected for some reason.
Oh no.
Oh no. It's reconnecting. That's good. Um, yeah, I just like the list checking because it kind of, both of them can play into a lot of different matchups. It's just a matter of how I get to play it. Ossrum is super toolboxy, can run into almost any matchup. Will it deal with like a hardcore armor skew every single time? No, but it can get a game into it. So
yeah. So I guess I'll stop. I don't know what your process is for getting this stuff going, but I guess I'll stop kind of chewing on the cud here and just
before you do this, I think we should probably get the scenario on the map done up first.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be like, oh, that would have been, because that's a huge thing in a steamroller. So we're doing. Here we go, recon.
Well, that'll be fun for both my lists.
Yeah, it's gonna be super.
This has kind of always been the like bane of my list's existence, is like
that linear obstruction right between the flag and the objective.
double boxes is the scoring method on here, because neither of my lists are really like, I guess that's probably why the Vlad 2 has just the two jacks, is that's kind of what they exist for, because the rest of the army doesn't really need it, like the jacks aren't needed for any heavy lifting, because the Doom Reavers do it just fine.
Yeah, 100%. Okay.
Oh, let me think here based on what this looks like.
Yeah, I'm doing about the same right now. The thought processes. Which one's the Adjudicator? Is that the one with the missile pods on the shoulders that
Yeah, the ugly one.
the ridiculously fire-based one that shoots forever.
Yep, he looks like he's got I don't know. I imagine the thing that's interesting about you and me in terms of where we're located is that I feel like rural Canada is a little bit like rural Wisconsin, and I imagine you're very familiar with the term of like a redneck tank, where like they take diesel trucks and like
Living in Alberta is very, very. We're gonna get along great here.
yeah. So that's what the Judicator is. It's got two diesel pipes on the back of it, and just has a bumper sticker on its butt that says like "Loud pipes save lives" or something.
Oh, you I can definitely see us getting games in the future just off of that little that little bit alone.
Yep.
Oh,
Let's see.
I know what I want to play. I know what I should play.
That pairing process is rough.
Yep. Sorry, I keep bumping out of the window.
You're good. I'm just trying to think on what I need to drop here too. Well, it's not the hero I want, but it's the one I need.
I am pretty confident that you picked Vlad too. Just because of the way if you get stuck with that wall, that top section, that's a good sandwich. Oh,
Oh, sorry, there I
that's
clicked
okay.
off to. I forget that like War Table has a.
It's the only function that's like why don't I get to see things while you can look at other things? It's really the only function I think is the annoying part.
Yep.
I know Aurora plays into Vlad 2 quite well. I can out threat you under feet, which is super gross. But it's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go Ossrum. And it's Vlad 2 versus Ossrum.
Yep. I was kind of thinking that Ossrum might be a good play into the Vlad list, but I think he has the tools best to kind of deal with all
Gun
the
buddies?
gun buddies.
Yeah.
Just because like I can keep the cavalry protected with wind wall, like that's not too difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And of course the Judicator is basically immune to all the shooting. But the Vlad 3 list is what I really wanted to play on here, but that house kind of shut me off of it.
Yeah, that was kind of a crap sandwich. Turd sandwich. I gotta watch my language on YouTube sometimes. I haven't tested the algorithm too much yet, so I don't want to push my luck.
Ethan and I are both from blue collar families, so like we've got some we dropped some bombs here and there, but I think if you wait for the first like minute or so, then the algorithm stops checking for
Yeah,
them.
I think that's what it is, and I'm just like usually it's like 45 minutes and it'd be like, okay, I'm good. I can say what I want at this point. I'm not going to get flagged. Plus, I don't have it flagged for kids anyways. So, and yeah, typically Alberta is a blue collar province. We are very big trucks, oil, rah rah rah. We're
Yeah.
not Texas, but we're conservative minded.
Wisconsin is really interesting. Like, I don't know what Canada's like political situation is in terms of like sides, but we're very Democrat versus Republican, right?
Hmm.
So like Wisconsin in general is a massive red state, but like Madison, Milwaukee, and Green Bay are these huge concentrations of blue. So a lot of times the majority of Wisconsin is concentrated to those three cities where like the decision matrix that we have politically at least kind of follows that more left leaning side, but then like you'll still see people flying their Confederate flags like a bunch of idiots
Uh,
off of their trucks, and it's really interesting at least to see how
so
Wisconsin is.
the best way to explain the comparison is that if you took our major parties, which is basically conservative, NDP, liberal, and Bloc Québécois, uh, is our conservatives are basically your Democrats. Our liberals are like communists in comparison to as a comparison. So in the political spectrum of the states. And then NDP is kind of like in between our conservatives and our liberals, more to the liberal side. And then the bloc is a uh, uh, it's kind of a provincial party, but on a federal level to get the best that they can get for their province.
Yeah, I think the furthest my knowledge on Canadian politics goes is that you have a reserve of maple syrup for.
I love following American politics. I really do. It is. I listen to so much American politics. I have a 45-minute commute to work, and I have a 45-minute commute from work home. So I have an hour and a half every single day to listen to anything that I want, anything that I can dream of, and it usually consists of heavy metal, uh, 90s power metal, or some form of stateside news. Because, to be perfectly honest, Canadian news is not that entertaining at the best of time, and your guys' news cycle right now is insanely entertaining.
Yeah, it's different when you live in the dumpster fire, right?
Yeah, I'm
But
sorry.
for
That probably wasn't the best way to say it.
No, it's all right. I think for me, I was born in Texas but raised in Wisconsin, so Wisconsin's very close to my heart. I mean, I'm even drinking like my apple brandy old fashioned right now,
That's
and
awesome.
I pay a lot of attention to local news, at least. But one of the fun ones was that some recent statistical analysis came out that Wisconsin is they consume currently the most brandy in the world.
That's something that you should be proud of. That's
I think about 50% of all brandy sales that are imported, so this is people who make it outside of Wisconsin and then send it here, is consumed in this state. And Wisconsin itself has at least 5 different distilleries that make their own brandy. So I would say that Wisconsin probably consumes about 70% of the world's brandy.
in the future, we are going to have a local distillery versus local distillery off for
Oh,
whoever
well,
wins. We're getting
I'm pretty sure. My local distillery that's like maybe 20 minutes from my, or not even 20, it's more like 5 minutes from my house. The press brandy that they have used as a recipe that was found in their distillery that was left over from pre-prohibition era.
Ooh.
So I'm sure my hipster pants are pretty tight on that one.
My favorite brewery, and I'm not a big drinker at the best of time, but if I do have a beer, or I do have something. My favorite is the Grizzly Paw Brewery, which is about 4.5 hours away from me in the Rocky Mountains. Like just on the edge. It's just in Canmore, and it is a fantastic. The brewery is amazing. I went through a tour through there, and like I said, I'm not a big drinker, but it has to be something special for me to enjoy it.
Yeah,
So
beer for me, when it comes to beer, it's either Miller Genuine Draft, which is a Wisconsin beer, even
mhm.
though it's a big brewery thing. But otherwise, it's a lot of local breweries. I frequent them for their sour beers or their wild ferments.
I
Those are the ones
I
I
just
enjoy.
actually had my first sour beer this summer, and I thought it was a Scotch sour, and it was amazing. It
Yeah,
was a
there's a lot of really good ones
Scotch
out there.
chocolate. Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty, well, I guess we'll jam here. I'm sure people didn't tune in to just watch us talk about booze.
It's 15 minutes worth of podcast, and then it's going to be a couple hours worth of game. So now that we've got that out of the way, would you like to dice off first for first
Yeah,
turn?
sure. Yep, I think I'm mixing my Warriors of the Old Faith. I don't think I have a re-roll on this one, so
I will roll mine. I will definitely take first turn.
yeah, easy peasy. For me then, I don't like the house. Your list doesn't care too much about the house. I don't like that razor wall, but it's a good defense for you if you take it. So I think I'll take the top side of the table.
Probably a good choice. We should probably define terrain. So we got on the top left, we have just touching that top left flag is going to be a forest. The
Oh
left
yeah.
of that and below is going to be a cloud. Then we have that linear obstruction, which is just a regular wall rather than razor wall, right?
Yeah, it's like,
Okay.
oh, that razor wall's gonna suck for
I
me.
was like, oh no, no, it's just a regular wall. It's not. some people play like that. Some people are like, it's a razor wall. You move over that, you take a point of damage. We're like, oh no.
Nope, I'm good. I'm extremely good with normal wall.
Yeah,
Trust
it's
me.
a normal wall. I will not put you through that. I'm not going to be that. Be like, I'm going to change tax right now. Then we have obstruction on the bottom left-hand side of the zone.
Yeah, yep.
3 forests, a big bunker on the right, a water up there, and then a rebel at the very top middle.
Sounds good to me.
Perfect.
In Madison, the crippled system folks used to organize a lot of the tournaments that were around here, and one of them in particular, the original Brian, which I think I eventually became the other Brian in that podcast, but he had this table set up where it was, I think it was 20 something linear or 20 something obstructions. He called it like it was like your typical dragon's teeth table where it was just nothing but obstructions everywhere. It was so annoying. So razor walls are not outside of my when I see them, I'm just like, maybe it is.
One of the first events I went to was one of the other players here's birthday, and it was put on by are you familiar with Mr. Malorian?
Oh yeah, of course. Yep.
All right. Well, he lives 35 minutes away from me. So
yeah, I understand in Wisconsin, at least, everywhere is 30 minutes from you. So like that's easy peasy. Yep, 35 minutes is that's the distance you go for a local game.
Perfect. Okay, so he put together the guy's birthday. It was he's a Minions player, so there was one particular table that he put down like 15 pieces of water train. It was like,
yep,
what is going on here? Okay, so you're taking top. I'm going to deploy a bottom.
What color are you picking for your bases?
I guess I automatically picked pink by accident, but that is perfectly fine. Typically, I play purple.
You know, I'm taking purple because that's the color I usually pick. So now I don't have to deal with it.
Perfect.
Purple's a really good common color for Warmachine players.
Right?
Something about it.
It's just a nice something just nice about it. I'm just gonna get right into deployment.
Nope, go for it.
Harlow is a dean.
Yep, good old Harlow.
Yep.
One of our, I know that our next battle report that's going to be coming out on Monday, I believe, is going to be it's Signar versus what is it? I can't remember what Ethan played. Ethan played Mercenaries, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. So he had Harlow and I did not, and I had to put Harlow in his place. I hate that. I don't hate him. He's just really, really good whenever you pair him with a Snipecaster.
He is a gun archon. Actually, I had a game recently on one of the on the channel that it was a Magnus 1 with Harlow, and he ended up showing him that Kane can outsnipe Harlow. Kane 0.
That is that's who I played into on that.
Oh, did you?
Report.
Yeah.
There's like it's funny. Ethan and I have played the matchup several times between Magnus 1 and Haley 2, and every time we've filmed it, I've accidentally deleted the video.
Oh.
So this time we finally got it out. I've got it set to where I could never delete it and mess it up. So it's finally gonna come out on Monday, and every time it's just it's a struggle bus. We ride the struggle bus with that game.
I use that term so often when I do online gaming.
Yep.
Driving the struggle bus.
Mm-hmm.
Blasters are this.
Do Canadians use the term "ope" ever? Or is it
you have no idea how much we ope. Anytime they open up a door and you turn around and and when they're trying
to you're like on the same path, it's ope.
Okay. I probably did it at least 10 times.
Wanted to make sure that we were where the lines kind of started to be drawn.
Yeah, no, we are on the same level on that one.
Yep. I'm very much into just like Midwest culture in general, or even regional culture too. Like I had talked to Rebecca Banky at one point and got to learn all about your loonies and toonies. And that was fun for me.
Yeah, our currency. There's no shortage of jokes about it. I met uh, Rebecca a couple years ago. One of my first attack X's. Um, I mean, I'm not sure how to put this. They weren't Rebecca yet.
Yep, I get what
Yeah.
you're dropping.
So when I heard, I was like, oh, that's interesting. I haven't seen her since. So do you know if she's still playing?
I'm not as close with Rebecca to be able to tell you one way or the
Oh,
other,
okay.
but I know that I do very much miss the Arcane Assist channel quite a bit. But whatever is going on in Canada is stays in Canada.
That's pretty much it. You were good to deploy, sir.
You got to remember how to deploy this list.
Aggressively. I have to remember what the Turnians do. They drop clouds, right?
Yeah, they kind of they drop clouds in a weird way. It's like they put down clouds that go along with the model they put them on.
Hmm.
But they other than that, they've got your bog standard Khador spray.
That's the spray 8, POW 12, right, stationary something or other, usually.
I believe so. I'll have to double check. It has been a hot minute since I've played this list, so there will be a little bit of usually the Turnians don't ever. Oh, I think the big ability that they have in this list is the ability to bring Doom Reavers back. So they have the one spell where you can
If you kill something living, you get one
you
back,
kill
right?
some, yeah, you can bring a dude back.
Well, I do have a couple living models, but you gotta get through you gotta get through the metal ones before you get to those ones.
Yep.
Um,
And then my Cold Unlord, for what it's worth, has the armor debuff, and then in addition, he also can cast any of the spells that my that any other Grey Lord unit can.
okay. The last time I played against this list, they had a conquest on the table. The conquest, or
Okay.
was it a victor? Yeah,
I imagine it was a victor just because the chances of you seeing a conquest are like pretty slim.
yeah. It's just conquest is the victor's the one with the big 5-inch blast that you just basically scatter and then kill stuff, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that was the one. It's so good. It's
Yeah, he's got the like flak guns where they can like do a lot of work to flyers.
the
So
Archon killers, the Archon killing
yep.
nipple cannons. Yeah,
Yeah, it's unfortunate that the conquest lives in the box that it lives in, which is usually the one you store it in.
yeah.
But what can you do? All right, I guess that's my normal deployment.
Alrighty. Well, this will be real fast and easy. There's my AD.
Yeah, for one of us, it'll be real fast and easy.
uh, yeah, I was actually like, I was kind of hoping that you were gonna drop your Judicator because I'm like, oh, I get to live my 5 dice damage dream with the siege cannons.
You'd have to make a magical first.
That can happen from an objective. Can
Yep.
happen.
So, how in this new Age of War table do you select an entire unit?
You hold shift and then you click each model that you want to move as a group.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Also, if you're moving things through difficult terrain, you can hold control while you move it, and it will double the movement as you're moving through different pieces of terrain.
Fun times.
And then if you're looking at your models right there, I can long click and ping areas.
Yeah, see, these are all the improvements that I haven't gotten to experience. Like, I greatly appreciate everything the line of sight folks do with War Table, but I just I don't get to engage with War Table that often.
Yeah, I try to make sure that I give a props to Line of Sight guys for doing this, and I always try and tell them, be like, hey guys, for a cup of coffee a day, you can support Patreon and keep supporting the makers of War Table. Because really, I'm making content on there, and it's from their platform, and it's doing pretty all right. People are enjoying it, and I
Yeah,
just
I
hope
think
that.
for a lot of folks that are in a similar situation when it comes to the pandemic stuff, War Tables kind of really unlocked a lot for them. Oh, that's my unit with the Grey Lord. I don't need them over there. They need to go somewhere special. We'll hold them for later. Honestly, the easiest way to win against me with this list is to clock me because of how pokey I am with it.
Well, typically I don't play on clock, so
No,
you should
yeah,
be all right.
it's a lot easier on War Table to just kind of ignore the existence of the clock, right?
Yeah, because I don't want to have a game be like, oh, I don't want to win or play a game where it's whoever's better on War Table than it is about being better at the game. I'm willing to play a nice couple hour game or a few hour game to completion rather than because when people watch these games, I want people to learn as well as um, I want them to learn and understand how certain lists work rather than just be like, oh, he got an assassination top of 2 because he failed in positioning his caster just a quarter inch to the left. I'd rather people understand what's going on than have a bunch of 15-minute games or clocked out games.
Yeah, and there is something to be said about having that like back and forth exchange that I think a lot of people miss from normal gaming,
Hmm.
if I can say normal gaming. Um, just in that we usually have some banter back and forth, and that usually isn't something we worry about too much when we're playing in real life.
Exactly. I mean, it's the one thing that I think, in my opinion, that I think will that is War Table is terrible for if you're a competitive player and you're looking um to get a perfect tournament experience. War Table doesn't do it. I think War Table is a great emulation, but it ruins your clock management. But
Yeah,
it does pick up your positioning and perfection at rules synergies and exchanges. So there is a benefit on that side.
yeah, a little bit more mindful play that you engage in.
Hmm.
Alrighty, so now that I've deployed, I think for objective stuff, I don't think I need magic weapons for anything, but
No, I have no incorporeal and no
I think
ability to get it.
I'm gonna take Pathfinder for
Okay.
mine, and then other than that, I think I'm done here.
Doomreavers don't have Pathfinder natively, right?
Nope, just the two with the escorts that are on them. They gain relentless charge.
Okay. And then they threaten fort. What's their base threat?
Doom Reavers are base speed 6. Then they charge 9 and threat 11, but under Vlad they can go up to 13.
And I thought it was 16 because
Am
it's
I not doing the math right?
6 to 9 for charge for movement, 11 for reach, uh, 13 for apparition, 16 for feet.
Oh yeah, I forget
Yeah.
apparition exists. Yep.
Okay. So base threat is 16 on the feated ones. Otherwise, it could be 13 from any particular spot.
Yeah, 6 to 9 to 11 to 13 to 15. Yep,
16.
16.
16. Yeah. Okay. I does math. So I have some priority targets I need to deal with. Okay. First things first, I'm going to put out some focus. And I realize that there's this sweet little allocation thing on the side of the screen, and I've never used before. Make sure I did that properly. I'm trying to use as many bells as whistles as I can. So everybody can kind of maximize their use of War Table as I'm going through. So, the easy things first. Let me pull up Ossrum's card. I know I've played him a few times. It's always good to remind myself. I definitely want to put up Snipe. Do I need fire for effect? What's the armor on the Doomreavers?
I believe it's 13?
13?
14, sorry. They're 13, 14.
Okay. Fire effect would probably be a good idea. It's super necessary, though. Over just taking a bunch of ground with Energizer. Because I'm running 10. I'm just outside of threat on most of your stuff as it is. Okay, I don't think I need Energizer. I am going to activate Ossrum. And I am going to cast Snipe. Because it's very surprising.
Yep, shocker.
Yeah. Oh, I should probably
Power up and allocate.
I already allocated, actually, or powered up. My objective, I'm going to take True Sight. Or sorry,
Sure.
no, I don't need Other Sight. What the hell do I need?
No. Yeah, the terrain setup here is a little screwbally for that.
Yeah, I don't need Other Sight. I don't need Magical for any reason. I don't even know what I need. I'll take Treasure Chest, I guess.
Yeah, it's like kind of a de facto when in doubt, take Puppet Master.
Yeah. Okay. So, note that down. B. What? Why does it say? That is odd. Treasure Chest. Then, I'm going to probably charge up. Oh no, I'm going to put up fire for effect as well. On to him. Then I'm going to charge about there. Time to do all the runs. I'll clear all the focus off these guys as soon as
I'm sorry, say again?
I'll clear off all the focus on these guys as I go along.
Oh yeah, no problem.
I'm sure you're fairly laid back on most of this, like playing with intention and whatnot.
Yep.
Okay. I've never played with Balthazar before. He's a new addition.
Yeah, I've always only ever looked at him as like a empower bot, and I've never gotten a chance to use his cool like mini Gordon feat.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm hoping that I can eventually do something with. Is kind of go up and like do a big threat extension with him. I don't know if it's ever gonna work, but it'd be cute. Steelhead Gunner. Going to advance. 5. Give Desperate Pace to the right siege cannon.
Sure.
A bit. Repo. I don't think I'm going to be able to get... What's their range? Their range...
14, I thought they were.
14? I could go for a sweet shot somewhere. Scattering is such a pain, though. Have you done... You know what? I'm just going to make it easy. I'm not going to start screwing around with things that... I was going to be like, oh, I could try and scatter a shot in there, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep it fairly easy. I cheated. I'm going to correct something because I ran one of my heavies too far.
Are you in Hammer Strike?
I am in Hammer Strike.
Okay.
Yeah, I ran my driller too far.
Gotcha. One of the things I always enjoyed about Hammer Strike was the ability to trample and then just repo to
Yeah,
get extra.
that's what I should have done, but I didn't announce it, so I kind of goofed that up. That's why I just want to make sure I'm keeping myself honest.
No, I understand. I was kind of lost in thought there for a moment.
No worries.
No, I've always enjoyed. I remember in the olden days, I played a lot of Ossrum with Earthbreakers, but
Oh yeah,
the Earthbreaker just doesn't. The Earthbreaker is a good 120. It's just that Thor is what made him really good, and now Thor is not good.
The last iteration of this list had Thor, and instead of Bamfist.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I'm gonna move up with. Gonna move up here. Here. That far forward. I need to learn to not get my guys killed off. He's going to move there. He is going to take shots. His first shot's going to go into the Grey Lord Escort in the back, number 2.
Yeah, no problem.
Your defense 13.
On the escorts, yes.
Okay, so I need 6s. First shot is a miss. Second shot is a hit.
All right. Arm 13.
So how many boxes? 5?
5 boxes. Yep.
Ready. That'll
But
be.
I will sack that off to a Doom Reaver for what it's worth.
Sounds good.
Then I'll get to. I can't remember Doom Reavers. Yeah,
I think they have tough.
they do. I just remember it used to be a different thing for them.
Oh,
So yeah,
set.
we're tough.
Okay, third shot. It's.
We'll sack pawn that one
Absolutely.
off. Absolutely.
It'll be a tough check.
Just adding my tokens again. That one is not tough.
Which one got knocked down? Did you set?
Number 2, I was just working on getting the token on him.
Yes, I got you. Here we go.
Good deal.
So that's shot number 3. Last shot. I will Swift Hunter off of that one.
Okay.
Try to stay within range. I will shoot at Doom River number 5.
In the green unit?
Yep. I'll
Sure.
hit.
Yep.
And tough check.
He is.
He is. I don't get repo on them, do I? pretty sure that the solos don't get repo.
Yeah, I thought it was just warjacks and weapon crews, but
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. He's going to trample. Move over here. We'll focus off. Then the steelhead gunner is going to advance up to here. And shockingly put out desperate pace.
Yep. I'm desperately awaiting a dwarf CID to get my high shields up and at them.
I have several units of high shields in my possession right now. And I see there was a joke that was made, be like, yeah, if you're going to start playing dwarves, if you can make high shields work, you'll never lose a game again. Like, okay.
Yeah, I have 3 units of high shields sitting in my Rulik box, and they never come out.
Patient out. Focus off of there. That's screwed up a little bit, but that's fine. Okay. I think I am done doing as much damage to myself.
Sure thing. All right, so Vlad has got his focus, which I don't need to reset, but I'll power up. I'm not going to power up my jacks because they're just going to run this turn. I'm
That's
not
fine.
But for the apparition unit, let's see here. So 6 to 9 to 11 to 13. So everything's out of threat on that side. Everything's out of threat in general. So the apparition unit doesn't matter a whole bunch. I think we'll apparate the unit that's in the water here, just because I don't think I'll be charging with them right away.
I didn't realize how nice Apparition was until I started playing Aurora with Hypatia and the Angels. Ugh. Being
Yeah.
able to just ambush things from behind forests.
Yeah, currently I'm working on painting the my Aurora 2 Brawl Machine list for the October Point a Day Paint Challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very much looking forward to that, even though apparition isn't such a big deal there, but it is a very good ability.
It's when angels threat 18.5 inches, something's getting hurt real bad. I mean 16.5, but 18.5 if the moons align.
Gun bunnies are speed 5.
They're speed 5. And they can go up to speed 8.
Sure.
And Energizer can get them up moving 10 inches.
Okay, so I just got to learn how to minimize my losses from the blasters.
Potentially, yeah.
Alrighty. Let's see. That means spread out as much as I can. I'm just thinking how to position here. I knew that this would be the hardest part about playing into your list.
Mm-hmm.
Have the tools to take away a bunch of Doom Reavers, because usually it's like in my normal steamroller games, it's like, yes, you will destroy a bunch of Doom Reavers, but you actually have to do that.
Yeah.
So I think I'll start out with the green unit up here, and they're going to run, even though I don't really have to. Their intention is to stay outside of the cloud.
Oh, of course.
So, are you part of the Canadian area that is super big on the maple whiskey business?
I don't think there's any place. I mean, not that I know of.
Gotcha. I know Sortilege was was kind
Oh,
of like what was posed to me as the Canadian official drink.
Sortilege is like the. I was introduced to Sortilege when at my one of my first Warmachine cons. Like the first time I ever went to a convention with the primary reason of playing Warmachine. They're like, yeah, you need to try this. I'm like, whoa, this is pretty delicious, guys. This is
Yeah,
dangerous.
I think we've all been exposed to it. If you're part of like the normal War Machine circuit, you've been exposed to it at one point in time, but it tasted like whiskey to me, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, it was.
Didn't taste much different from normal whiskey.
Yeah,
I
no,
know that Canadians will probably want to burn down my house for it, but
no, I highly. We're way too nice for that. The uh, so I was a big convention goer for the last probably well over 10 years. But I was playing 40K, which will anytime that I mention that I play 40K initially, people are like, "Oh, good job moving over here." I'm like, "All right, okay, guys, I got it." um, Huge 40K player, big on the ITC circuit, big in the Canadian circuit as well. So, and then I got to a certain point where I'm like, I need something new. I need something more challenging, and I got into Warmachine. And basically the same conventions that I was going to while playing 40K, I was playing Warmachine now, and it's Alberta has a pretty robust convention going uh, group, so it was pretty nice that way. Uh, Being able to split hotel rooms, getting together, dinners, things like that. Attack X is probably one of my favorite actually. That's just over in British Columbia. Lots of the Seattle and Ohio crews go up there.
yeah, I definitely won't begrudge anybody for their 40K. I think currently I'm in an on mode for 40K. Like
Yeah,
I started out my wargaming like career, if you could call it that, with 40K. So like the every now and again it's that siren call of 40K, right? That just kind of beckons to you.
100%.
And right now it seems to be calling me pretty hard. All right, let's see. I want to try and I'm trying to kind of minimize the impact of your sprays while still trying to affect the middle of the table. Like there's some games where you can just like run your Doom Reavers up and it doesn't matter. You're just like, whatever, I'm going to go ahead and throw these guys far up the table. But in
We'll see
this
what
match,
happens, then I'll blow
your
something up.
guys can actually do quite a bit of work to mine. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how I can best work around that. It's like turn one with Doom Reavers is the worst. So there's less than an inch. So this fella's going to go ahead and run deep into here. Then his buddy behind him. It's also trying to find out how to make sprays less or more attractive to you too. Like I won't say that I've unlocked the ability to like I know your sprays are going to be a big deal and I need to try and dictate where your sprays need to go. So in order to do that, it's a dance, right? Like I need to really figure out how to make it so that your sprays do the work that I want you to do. You
Hmm.
know what I mean?
That's one of those abilities I haven't figured out yet. Is if you hold control, you can actually you'll know what'll happen if you double distance and stuff like that too, as you're moving models when going through terrain. The
This guy.
Yeah, that's one skill I have not learned yet is how to minimize my casualties through effective sprays.
Yeah, it's tough, especially when you're playing an army like this where the models are so like there's so many of them, right? Like
Mhm.
I definitely like I need to say that this is going to be the most uninteresting part of this game is me trying to figure out where to position my models turn one. After that, there should be plenty of killing, but
No worries.
go right here. And this guy's gonna have to just run. How far was that? Yeah, I'm playing like how I just remember. So 3 inches, so he's got 9 left off of that. Will exist right there. Void Archons have kind of forced me to play this way.
I love the Void Archons. I love Void Archons.
They're
They
just
are.
no matter what, it's like every time I play against a Void Archon, it's just like, yep, that's how we do things.
Yep. Um, Void Archons and the things that they do with Aurora 1, be like, oh, I have souls. Be like, I'm going to save my souls. But I'm going to Arcane Might my my boosts.
All right, so now my knockdown unit's going to try and figure out where to go. I think they're going to just kind of run right up the center. All right, so that's all the Doom Reavers done. So that's one big part of this turn. I think you can stay back here. It's also so in one of the more interesting things about War Table is watching like what the table looks like, right? Because like in real life War Machine, you can kind of see how things are unfolding. But I feel like in War Table, I end up moving a lot less aggressively than what I need to
That was
or
actually
what
a,
I should.
that was actually a discussion that I had with another player. Is that actually I found myself doing the opposite. I found myself going a little too aggressively and not um, not respecting the threat because you don't have that same. I think the word what I would use is tactile feel when you have models in front of you and you have that spatial awareness. But you don't have that with War Machine. But you do have the omnipresent. I know every single measurement in this game.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, it's a weird takeaway or weird trade off.
Mm-hmm.
Because like in normal War Machine, I'd be like, I'm moving 3 inches out of my deployment zone. This is not smart. But in War Table, it's like really easy to get lost in that.
Yeah.
Guys got to back up a little bit, not to be on top of that. So I think this is a good place for Alexia. Good old Vlad, what do I want to put up with you? Probably not a whole lot. So Vlad's going to just walk up his 6 instead of charging up right away.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and drop Hand of Fate onto the Void Archon.
That friendly faction, or can you put that on anything?
Let me double check.
Just as
Friendly,
a
friendly faction. Yep. You're right.
okay. Wasn't
Right.
sure.
Um, do. Yeah, so I guess we'll leave that alone for right now. We'll put up at least Arcane Might.
Of course, that one's worth so much money.
So want to throw a wind blast down, but it'll take me a moment to figure out where it's going to go.
Of course. Windblast is no shooting, right?
Yeah, no shooting if you're in the AoE.
Okay.
So he's not in the best position to make it happen, but I think over here sounds fine. That way it'll dictate where your guys go. All right, then I'll camp 3, and then that'll be the end of turn 1 for me.
Okay. What are your defensive stats? Out of curiosity.
On Vlad?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's 15, 18. Let me double check.
And then
15, 16.
when he gets hurt, he gets +2 armor?
Yeah, when he takes damage, he gets +2 strength and armor.
Okay. All right. So, do my allocations, except for the ones that are outside of my control, because I screwed up. Five, 3.
Remember the last time that I played on War Table? I was playing a Flames list with Connie, and
Oh.
it was a lot of bodies, right? And I was just like, no, I'm never doing this again. And then my first game into War Table after that is turned into Doom Reavers.
I love the poeticness of it.
Yep.
So I need to do some clearing. I just need to start killing stuff. There. Definitely feet turn. That's a pretty easy one. Range on the mortars, because I don't play these guys enough, is 14, you said? 16.
Yep, 14.
Range
16?
Yeah.
Are they POW 14? I'm sure there's a 14 in there somewhere.
There is a 14. It is POW 14.
Yep.
Easy stuff first. Upkeeping, definitely upkeeping snipe and fire for effect.
Yep, like you do. That's the Ossrum thing.
Yep. Don't think I'm going to do any extra allocations, because I think that would be a silly decision on my part.
Yeah, I don't think your drillers are getting much work done this turn.
My what, sorry?
I said I don't think your drillers are going to need to get that much work done this turn.
No, I think they're there to just soak at this particular moment. And gunners. Gunners, I don't need siege weapon, because I would have loved to do that, but I don't need it. I don't think I need to do too much moving either. Alexia, does she have any kind of sack pawn or shield guard tech around here?
I think she does for undead, but I'm also kind of mixing her third version, so bear with me while I look at that.
No worries. Yeah, her third version definitely has that. I'm just wondering if she had sack pawn or something great.
No, she doesn't.
Okay.
My essential, like, my goal with her was to, like, if I present her and you don't deal with her, it means I get thralls, and if I present her and you deal with her, it means that Doom Reavers don't die. So either way, I get ahead on this deal.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty, well, I think the first thing I'm going to be doing is activating my siege cannon. Sure. Not activating my siege cannon, yeah, because I need to move some stuff apparently.
Yeah, it looks like you're getting a little clumped up over there.
Oh, that one that I screwed up with too. Alrighty then.
I tell you, Ossrum is just like the all-star of dwarves. There's no comparison.
He really is.
I really do enjoy Gorton, even though I'm not the best Gorton player in the universe. But Ossrum is definitely like easy peasy, really effective, and just does what he needs to do.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that Durgan is just that caster that I always forget exists because I live in a world where like it's better that I don't know.
It's unfortunate, but true. Your Turnians don't have Sackpawn though, right?
No, I believe it's just the unit attachments for the Doom Reavers.
Okay. Oh. Sorry, give me 1 second.
Yeah, no problem. Well, while he's gone, I can at least talk at people that are watching at least. So, how do you feel about this matchup in general, chat people? If there are chat people hanging around. In general, I feel like it's not a terrible matchup for Doom Reavers. I just need to make sure that like the Doom Reavers don't get piled on during my opponent's turn. But I feel like I'm gonna be losing at least if I walk away with losing 10.
I'm back. I'm
Then
sorry about that.
all right, I was just talking at YouTube.
Oh. What you say, sorry, you were saying you would be okay with losing 10?
That's between me and YouTube.
Oh, all right. I appreciate that you were talking to YouTube though. I do. That inner monologue, I guess I should have announced before I got back. Be like, okay, whatever you're saying, stop.
No, essentially I was like, if I lose 10 Doom Reavers this turn, I'm okay with that. That's kind of what I expect out of this turn. But if I lose more than that, I feel like I might be hurting a little.
Oh, you're talking to YouTube right now, aren't you?
I was.
My desktop audio is not being picked up.
Oh, bummer.
Hello?
Yep, I'm still here.
Why are you so quiet though?
I don't know. That's your business. I can turn up the gain on my mic, but I imagine that'll probably destroy people's ears.
Yeah, keep bringing up your gain. You're getting better now.
Yep, I'm at full blast now.
You're at full blast. I'm going to manually turn you up. Because you are coming in super quiet. I don't know what changed.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe when you got up, you might have flipped a switch or something. Who knows? Audio, like the more I work with audio with audio stuff in YouTube and recording and video editing, the more I think that audio is magic.
Is magic?
Yep, it's magic.
User volume. I'm putting you at 200%. Let's see if you blow my ears out now.
How you doing?
Well, that didn't blow my ears out.
Oh, jeepers.
Yeah, that's really weird. I wonder what caused that. What is causing that? I mean, you're coming in perfectly clear on the stream. I just can't hear you very well.
Yeah, that's really strange.
Oh, try now.
How about now?
Oh, yeah, I got you now. That's on my side.
I'll crank my gain back down.
No.
So I'm not.
Leave it right where it is for mastering.
All right, we're good.
All right.
This is where it will be forever.
Okay, that was on me. Apparently, because I have a new volume control on my lapel, that has been rubbing up and down on my sweater, and that's what has been giving me funky levels. Your desktop audio, like you're coming in like beautifully. You're in the greens and skirting into the yellows. You haven't been ready, and I have a compressor as well, just to make sure that if you do spike, it's not going to kill everyone.
Yep.
Okay, so I have figured out most of my turn. I got a phone call from one of my coworkers. They just bought a new desktop, so it's like, and I'm kind of a computer guy, so he's like, hey, you can give me answers about stuff. I'm like, oh no. What?
Yeah, that's always fun when your friends give you the tech calls. I'm a QA for hospitals, so like I get you.
Oh, your gain is really high now. Can you bring your gain down a little bit? You're hitting, like, peeking into reds now.
Yep. How's that sound?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yep. No worries.
Yeah, I'm using OBS with the Stream Elements, so I'm like watching my monitor right now. Okay, let's actually do. I'm gonna actually do things now.
Yeah, instead of boring people with the tech parts of what we do.
Yeah, I mean, people should appreciate these things. These are important things. These are the things that all of you, all the things that we do behind the scenes. I'm looking at my camera right now, be like, these are the things behind the scenes that we have to consider, so you have your perfect experience.
Yeah, the more work you do, the less people notice it in the YouTube content production world.
Exactly. Okay, Doom Reaver Swordsman. Leader Green being shot by Harlow.
Sure thing.
That'll hit.
Yep.
Tough check.
He is not tough, so I will promote number 1.
I'm shooting number 1 now. Tough check.
All right. Bear with me. I'm just kind of flopping around with some stuff. So
Absolutely.
he's gone. He's got a tough check. He is not tough as well. So then we'll go ahead and promote number 2.
Maybe I'll shoot number. No, I'm gonna shoot number 3 pink now. That'll hit. That'll tough check.
He is tough.
Right. And I will shoot number 3 again.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll just barely hit. And kills him.
Yep.
Yeah. Figured that happened there. Orsum Driller. I think you want to run just to give me a bit of a bunker. I go here. How about there? Trying to figure out my order of operations on this one now. See if I can.
Yeah, you've got a lot of stuff presented to you, so I imagine it's gonna be a hot minute for you to figure out what your army needs to do.
A little bit of a grind at this moment. I know I need to really hit some of these juicy spots. Oh, that driller. Why did it have to be so bad? This driller into probably just run. To run. I think being here is probably just fine. Just go there. Just get him out of the way. Then I go for that real juicy shot.
Oh, for what it's worth, Alexia's got a couple souls.
Oh yeah. Does that do anything that defensive wise?
I just get arcane vortex.
Okay. Ready. Siege cannon is going to go there. Buddy's gonna initial about. They're within an inch of each other. And then he is going to take a shot at Doom Reaver Swordsman leader just behind the wall.
Okay.
I will need I think I'm a 5.
Yeah, so you'll need boxcars to hit.
I'll need an 8. You're over an inch away from the wall.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yep, you're right.
Yeah. Unless there's something else I don't know.
No, I was just looking at the wrong Doom Reaver.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, so I'll need an 8 to hit. Ugh. Okay, good.
4-inch AoE on those, right?
Yeah. So it's going to be a tough check on the leader.
Unit. He is not tough.
Okay. And then it's going to be 7s, I believe.
Yep, we'll start at 4 and go clockwise.
Sure. Nope. Yep, on 14. Or I mean on 1. Then on 5. Yep. What's the armor on the Turnian?
Probably worse than those guys, so bear with me while I pull it up.
I rolled a 9.
Turnians are 13. Yep, so 1 worse.
Okay, so I rolled a 9, so that would have been a 15.
Yep, so he'll just go down.
Then number 2.
Not tough.
3.
Not tough. And that one is, I think the 2 that were there. Alexia's like capped on souls now.
Oh yeah. So 4 tuft and 5 tuft, right?
Yep. Or one of them, only one of them tough.
Oh, okay. So 5 tuft for sure.
Yep.
Then 4.
So I'll roll one more tough check. I was just checking
okay.
to see if Alexia carries 5 or 3 souls. I'm pretty sure it's 3.
I'm pretty sure it's 3 because you can dump 3 solos out. It's real good.
So we'll go ahead and do a tough check on number 4.
Sure.
He is
Nice.
tough.
Nice. Repo. Just over here. Then Ossrum's going to go. Ossrum is going to cycle fire for effect over onto the other one.
Sure.
Move slightly over here. Up feet. So everyone except for 1 blaster is in feet range.
Number 2 blaster looks like he's barely in feet range.
He is just barely in feet. He's within 12.
Oh, I'm sorry, the 4 guy. Yeah, 4 guys out.
Oh yeah, the one on the other side, 100%.
Yep, I was looking at the other one. Sorry.
No worries. Okay, now can I do enough damage with that? What's the defense on Alexia?
She is defense 15.
15?
Yep.
Okay. I aim, I go up to an 8. Aim, I go up to an 8. Then he has 7 with a boost. That should be okay. I should be able to kill Alexia. How many boxes she got?
10, I believe.
10?
Yep, 10.
Okay. Siege cannon is going to boost a shot or fire a shot into, is going to sacrifice to aim, fire into Alexia.
Sure.
So I will need a 7. That'll hit.
Yep.
And she is armor
16.
16.
Yep.
So this is dice off 2. That's enough.
Ooh, that's bad.
Give me 1 second just to drop the widget on her.
I got it.
Oh,
4-inch, right?
I got it. Yeah, I already got her.
Okay.
He's dead. And then I will start with the leader Turnian on the left.
Yep. He's toast.
Then number 3.
Not tough. That'll be 3 souls for the Void Archon so far.
5.
Tough.
Fs. Then number 1.
Tough.
repo into the shadows. Okay. Bamfist. I'd love to do the Bamfist thing and just like try and pull things forward. I don't think this is the game to do it though.
Yeah,
he's
he gets
just
close enough to pull things. He's not feeling happy.
he's gonna die. He's gonna die miserably. There's no there. Touching the flag, and I'm gonna empower number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a little bit of leeway on that. Okay. 5, 7, 8, 10, 11. Figure out what kind of places I can go.
Sure. I'm gonna pop away for a moment, but I'll be right back.
Absolutely.
All right, Mater back.
All right. So next is going to be gun bunnies.
Sure thing.
Here. He's going to boost a shot into number. Actually, yeah, he's going to boost a shot into your leader.
Okay, the pink or orange one?
Pink. Now that you mention it.
Yeah, I know. I put two colors similar next to each other.
Actually, I'm just going to move him slightly. Sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he'll go there. So yeah, into pink. That'll hit. And that'll tough.
He is not. And then that is close enough to crack a soul on my... Well, he's capped, I think.
Yeah, he's maxed out. And number 4 makes it a little bit more difficult now. That's 13. I'm a 6. I need 7s.
Yep.
I'm going to go here. This is the one without a focus. And I'm just going to torch number 1, target number 1 and torch them.
Okay.
I need 7s.
Yep, so we'll start on 2.
Nope. Didn't even matter if I boost on that one.
Works
and then,
there.
Number 1. That'll do. And
Does tough.
I didn't even think I got a damage roll out. Oh, it did. Okay. Then number 4 is going to... Where do I go with this? We're making this difficult now. I'm going to go here. And I'm going to take a shot and boost into orange leader.
Yeah, sure.
That'll miss.
Depth 13, yep.
Yeah. Number 5 is going to do the same thing.
Okay.
That'll hit.
Yep.
And that'll tough.
Which he does not.
It's so close. Oh. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Within 10? Yes, I am. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Cool. Can't go that far because there. How does that look?
Oh, I'm sorry. I
That's
just
okay.
moved your template on you.
No worries. I can just put a new one down. Just move that. Two up again. Great template. I'm just trying to see if I can get those 3 tagged in.
Yep.
How does that look to you? Is that center to center? Am I tagging the knockdown one? That's the question.
I would say it's center, but on the knockdown one,
I think it's missing.
it looks like it's just barely out.
Okay, so I'm going to just move slightly up.
Yep. So you can get, then you'll be able to get all
Then
of
I'll
them
be able to
easy
get all
peasy.
3. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll confirm the movement on that. Alrighty, I'm going to boost everything on it.
Sure.
So to hit on 3, we'll hit. To hit on number 2, we'll just barely hit. And then on number 1, anything but, it will. On number 3, damage. Tough check on him.
Tough.
You're hot on your tough rolls. On tough roll on 2.
He is also tough.
Speak of the devil. And number 1 finally dies.
Yeah, number 1's just gonna die.
Righty. Then well, I didn't look at my math on that one quite correctly. Guess I could just charge. Would like to slam for free. Oh, that's unfortunate. Just a shame.
Not able to quite get that basher where you want.
Yeah. So I'm just going to go for a charge
Sure thing.
onto Doom Reaver Swordsman number 2.
Yep.
And you're 13. I think I'm a 6. I'm a 6. Need a 7. That'll do it. It's a POW 15, so it's a tough check.
So auto tough, yeah. No, we are tough.
All right. And then I'm going to do my poof. So it's going to be a POW. I think it's a POW 7? POW 6? It's gonna be power 6.
Okay, so you'll need 9s to force tough.
Yeah. Well, force kills because all 3 of them are.
What's that?
I'm gonna need. It'll actually be for kills because they're all knocked down.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't notice that these guys were all knocked down. Yep.
Yeah. So on number 2.
Yep.
Nope. On number 1, that's a kill. And then on number 5, that's a kill.
Okay.
And then on the Turnian, you said 13 on him, right?
Yep, 13.
Okay.
So an 8 to kill.
Okay. You can make all the tough rolls in the world. I'll just keep making massive damage rolls, apparently.
Yep.
Then he is going to repo.
Mm-hmm.
Just to make life difficult. Not that you're not going to smoke him, but... What do I have left? I have two drillers. I think that's going to be 1 charge. I don't want to lose that zone super bad. Because that Devastator is going to hold that zone forever.
Yeah, he's a beefy boy.
Yeah. Literally forever. No matter which beefy boy is going to be beefier at that time. Love to get into combat with him. How much are you going to survive? How much can they do? Not enough from this position. Probably not the worst position. Okay. He going to charge him.
Yep.
I'm going to use my drill. Handy dandy drill. That'll hit.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll just force tough. I'm knocked down, so you got to try and not double ones, or well, you automatically hit.
Automatically
so
hit, yeah. And he's going to repo.
Mm-hmm.
Here. Safer spot? There is. Either way, you're getting my back. You're hitting on anything but. Doesn't matter whether you're in my back or my front. So
Yeah, you're just like Def 9.
yeah, I'm just trying to figure out. I still haven't figured out the fine art of proper placing, so people have to suck free strikes out of me.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Then He's going to go here. He's going to spray the Greylord Escort. Sackmon is for on spray attacks as well, right?
Let me double check here. I think it's just when he gets hit, he gets to shunt off the attack. Yeah.
Yeah, I assumed it was sprays as well.
Yep.
Okay. So he's going to boost the spray onto number 2 first. He'll hit. And then onto the Turnian, or not Turnian, but the Escort. Will not hit, I don't think, unless you're a 12.
No, he's going to be a 13.
Okay, so on the number 2, tough check.
He is not.
Now that my entire YouTube channel of 100 people know that my threat protection needs to be updated. That actually peg both of those guys. Looks like it will. So I'm going to target the guy in the back.
Yeah, no problem.
And I will boost it. I will go after the one that's knocked down first, because why not? Hits, and the guy up front. Hits, guy in the back. Dead. Guy up front. Tough check.
He is not.
Really am holding that that last Gordson driller like super close to the chest, because I'm like, I don't know if I should get him out, because I could have something cruising straight for Ossrum this turn. You know, here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take a shot at number 1.
Yeah, no problem.
Boosting. Boosting. Hits. And tough check.
He is not.
Okay. Well, I can't get right. He's gonna go here. He's gonna take a shot at the knockdown guy, boosting, because why not? It's kills.
Which knockdown guy? I'm sorry.
Number 5. That's over by your flag.
Oh, number 5 blue. Yep.
Think what I have within 16 inches. The 1 Doom Reaver. The 1 Doom Reaver. And who knows what the threat of the Void Archon is at the best of times.
Well, against you, it's not so great, just because I don't have you don't have a lot of living things for me to proc off of.
Yeah. This guy's just gonna walk to. He's gonna walk to here.
Yep.
And I think that is. Oh no, it's not all my activations. All right, now it's the end of my turn.
Alrighty. Well, let's stack up Vlad again. We're upkeeping Arcane Might for free. Allocations. We got power up going on for the 2 jacks. Let's see. Don't know how I want to allocate focus, otherwise bear with me.
Oh, absolutely. Take your time. I just dumped a ton of time into that last turn, so please.
I'm just going to measure something out real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's nothing within 10 inches that I can spray with the Void Archon that's living so that I can try and teleport onto something more valuable.
Void Archons have such a crazy assault vector and application that anytime that you add extra layers onto that, it gets even more nuts. Like with Aurora 1, they go to basically move 8, charge 12, then teleport off of that, and then you get a 5-inch repo to get exactly where you want for that Dark Shroud.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the things that's tough for people to work around with them on, is just their weird vectors.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Void Archon's just going to be used for Dark Shroud or sprays this turn instead of getting anywhere super duper important, because it can't quite go as far as I need to. Well, I think the Juggernaut's going to need at least... What are the stats on a Basher? Isn't it like 10, 16 or something like that?
1019, 1022 currently.
Okay.
Hi, brutal damage.
Well, I don't think it's 1022 though, is it? Because it's out of your control.
Actually, it's a pulse, so he would have everything
gotcha. Yep.
other than Blaster number 4 would have the armor buff.
All right, so we're going to allocate fully to the Juggernaut to make sure that he doesn't fail his job.
Yeah. Hi, brutal damage. Yeah, awesome today.
Apparition. Purple unit's got 2 guys left.
Do you have Rise from theme?
No, you get Rise from Numbnuts. God, what's his stupid name? Fenris.
Ah, okay.
The theme just gives you the apparition thing only.
Ah, okay. I noticed that most people don't play with Fenris anymore. He's just not worth it.
He's just too many points for not enough business.
Yeah.
Let's see. If I apparition that unit, they get out of engagement if he doesn't finish the Basher. I don't need threat extension from anyone else. But the green unit needs apparition to get out to see those guys to start screwing with them. Yeah, so we're not going to apparition purple unit. We're going to have to apparition the green unit.
Brutal damage. I got my Freddy Jason piece behind me from a horror convention named HorrorCon that's held in Edmonton. It was a gift from my now wife.
Okay, so I think the first thing I'm going to have to start off with is the Juggernaut, and he's just going to start beating on your Basher. And
Okay.
you said he was 22 armor?
He's armor 22 currently.
So we'll lead off with the Ice Axe. That'll hit.
Every
and
day.
then it'll be dice off 3. That'll be 7 to the 4. And then the fist, just to see if we get some work in there. It'll hit. And then this one's going to be dice off 7. Does 1 to the 3.
Perfect. Yeah, brutal damage. Actually, Jason Voorhees is one of my favorite fictional characters. He's that unstoppable killing machine that everyone strives to be in as any good villain. Thank you very much. Also somebody says good luck as well to us.
Oh yeah, I think the good luck is on my part because I just lost like 3/4 of my army.
I'm sorry if you want to chat to YouTube. I have another work phone call. I really apologize. This is not normal.
We're good. So I did hit with the bot attack. So now we're dice off 3 again. When he gets back, it'll do 4 to the 4. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take care of that for him. The YouTube people can keep me honest. Buying another one. That one will connect, and then off 3 again is going to do nothing. Unfortunate for him. Last attack from the Juggernaut hits. Off 3 does 2 to the 4. So we're dealing with that 4. So it's unfortunate that the Juggernaut couldn't quite close the deal on
All right,
that one.
I'm back. I didn't hear anything.
So, I was doing the damage on your basher for you, and I had YouTube keep me honest at least.
Oh, nice.
He unfortunately had some really bad rolls, so the Jack is still very much alive.
Oh, you were doing
If I were a smart person, I would have activated my Void Archon first and went in there, and then had an extra 2 armor swing on it.
An extra 6 more damage. Did you apply the damage onto it, or?
I did, yep.
Okay.
So now I got to figure out how to go about that. So the Void Archon is what, POW 15? That one I never remember.
Yes, he is POW 15.
POW 15 after Dark Shroud.
Yep.
So that would be dice off 7. That's not looking super hot.
Well, you do have boosts. You're hitting on anything but.
Still not super great. I keep forgetting the stupid Turnian has -2, so we're gonna go ahead and walk him up here and just try and -2 your guy in the butt.
Okay.
I believe he is magic ability 8.
I will be a whopping defense 14, 12 in the butt. So don't roll bad. You'll be good.
Yep, magic ability 8. We'll connect easy. You really want it. You'll have a -2 armor buff on you.
Perfect.
So now we'll go in with that Void Archon. We're gonna charge. I was looking to try and charge in a way where I don't eat a free strike, but don't ever get into engagement with you. So let's zoom in and see if that ever crosses.
You could.
And it looks like I would there.
Yeah, but you can back up because you can fly over your Golden Lord.
Yeah, my issue is I don't want to block my Doom Reavers.
Oh, I see.
So if I were to land, this is the furthest back I can land, and I think from there I don't cross your melee range.
I think you are fine right there. Yeah. I think you're good there.
Like he's out. So we'll charge like so.
Okay.
After I just crossed him out. There we go.
Perfect.
All right, so not ones. We'll connect.
Perfect.
And then this is going to be dice off 5 total. That'll do 3 to the 1. Second initial. We'll hit. We'll go ahead and boost this one.
How are you -5? You have -4 swing, which brings me down to an 18.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was probably calculating 15 with the stuff. So
okay.
You're -4 all day. I'm POW 13, so that's going to be -5, right? Yeah, 5.
Yeah.
So that one's going to do 7 to the 5.
4 boxes left.
Alrighty. So he's just going to have to exist like that then.
Can you do a safe spray on him? Can you split the difference between those 2 models?
My worry is that I think that I might.
I think you might hit.
Yeah,
I think you're right on that one.
So if I directly go on you, then I clip one of my own Doom Reavers, and I don't think I want that. Not for I think the POW is like 1. It's 1 better. So I guess if I roll hot, it might be worth a Doom Reaver. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take the spray and just.
The other thing is that you have you won't get tough because you have Entropic Aura up. So
yeah, Entropic.
I mean, you get a soul out of it too,
but enemy models are the ones that lose Entropic, not mine.
Oh, okay, cool.
So we'll barely connect on your guy.
Yep.
Then we'll spend the soul to boost This will be dice off 4 instead of dice off 5.
Mm-hmm.
And that should kill.
That will kill.
And then on my Doom Reaver,
Doesn't even hit.
I'm rat
Perfect.
6.
You're
That'll
good.
miss. Good deal. So the Void Archon helped do what it needed to do, even though it could have just done that with the Juggernaut there.
Ends beget the means on this one.
Yeah, I know. And then I'm like, my stupid Juggernaut's not in the zone either, so like it's just terrible over here. Let's see. I think blasters are super important to deal with. Bear with me while I think here.
Absolutely. Take your time. I need to check my keybinds. There we go. I've been playing a lot of Among Us lately, and I have to check my keybinds for being like muting so I can chat with like chat, and then or hard muting everything. Have you? I'm sure you've seen the phenomenon that is Among Us.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing a lot too.
Have you? Okay. You should join us for Among Us sometime.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. It's always a good deal.
I would love to get a big crew of 10 people. Oh, Brutal Damage. Thanks for the subscription, Brutal Damage. Appreciate that.
What a pain in the butt. So I think I just have to try and maximize my charges into the blasters right now. And the best way for me to do that, because I can't collapse any, I don't think I can take driller number 3 out of that zone. So I think he's just going to kind of have to exist there. The longer I wait for Vlad's feet, the worse it gets.
As long as you have between 4 and 6 Doom Ravers, you always have a valid feat.
Yeah, I also have to be mindful of where stupid Harlow's going to be, because I don't want to get shot down by him a bunch. So I think, see what Vlad's control looks like here. So we got a couple guys. I think Vlad's best bet is going to be to walk. We're going to activate him and walk over. It's going to keep that Devastator in a weird spot, but I'm also not speed 7. I'm speed 6. Yeah, we'll just have to leave Vlad here and hope that stuff doesn't go bad. We're going to go ahead and feat him.
Brutal. Vlad, the Void couldn't TP because he didn't kill an undead or living model.
Yep. Learned that the hard way. It happened in a convergence game.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll see how many things Vlad gets. So it'll be 5 models total. And we're going to go ahead and just mark these guys with Fs.
Press F to pay respect.
So I got 3 Doom Reavers here, or 3 from the orange unit that are getting feet.
Okay.
And then I've got 2 more left, so I think it's going to be the purple 4. And I'll see if there's anyone else that's worth throwing that on. Yeah, I completely didn't respect the siege mortars. I was like trying to plan out for the sprays and completely just cast off the AoEs.
I got judged so hard by a particular WTC player, Canadian WTC player, for putting these in my list, and they have been all stars every single game.
Yeah, I don't think they're ever bad, to be honest with you. At worst, they like get one big POW 16 weapon master shot.
Yeah, POW 14 with 5 dice damage is like,
Yeah.
you better keep that you better either move that colossal right toward me, or you are going to lose your colossal over a few turns if I start spiking.
So I think we're just going to be feeding with Vlad and leaving him here on the camp that he's got.
Sounds good.
Next up, then we're going to be. Oh, the one I feeded on is knocked down. We're going to switch that target.
Absolutely.
So purple was knocked down, or purple 2 is knocked down. So we're going to flip that over. I don't know who there is that actually can benefit from that. Let's put it on the Turnian. At least he'll get or the escort. At least he'll get a little bit of a buff. Not used to losing so many Doom Reavers. All right, so he's getting his consolation buff.
Come on, he'll absolutely ruin something. He's gonna be the winner. He's gonna roll like fire, like try and one hit one of my gun bunnies.
I think I've got to feat the other one too, because this other guy in the front here, orange number 2, is knocked down. I just didn't notice the knockdown tokens. So we're going to juggle that over to this other Turnian, or the other escort, because he'll do something. Alrighty. So that was Vlad.
Mm-hmm.
Now we'll start going into charging things. We're going to start with the orange unit over here on the edge. Number 4 is going to charge blaster number 3.
Sounds good.
Then number 5 is also going to charge blaster 3. The escort's going to go into blaster 3. Then the 2 knockdown guys are just going to walk. We're going to engage this guy. And then we'll engage one of the gunners back here. Might as well engage both of them. So we'll start off with the Doom Reaver number 5 into number 3.
Okay.
So he's going to be hitting at a whopping POW 15 this turn.
You are hitting on anything but, because you are like Matt a billion.
Yep, we got him. And then your armor 22 on these guys this turn?
21.
21, so dice off 6. That's going to do 7 to the 1. Then we'll switch over to the escort. He'll connect. And then he's POW 13 this turn, so he's dice off 8. Oh, he's not a weapon master naturally. So dice off 8 does 2 to the 3.
I think that mathed out almost the exact same. I think it was only 1 damage higher because of the double 1 sitting there.
So we'll go ahead and swing over to number 4.
Mm-hmm.
He'll connect, and then this guy's dice off. You said 21, right? So dice off 6.
Yep.
That does 7 to the 6.
Alrighty.
All right, just couldn't quite close the deal on him. So that's the orange unit done. The problem is if I go in with number 4, based on how I positioned like a dummy, I will berserk into something of mine. But you don't have any repair anything, so your cortex and head are out, so that affects essentially makes you worthless.
Pretty much fodder. That's all I am.
Let's see, 6. You can charge off. We'll go and send 6 off on this mission over here.
Sounds good.
And then his buddy's going to run with him. So we'll take the charge attack from number 4 onto number 4. That'll connect.
Mm-hmm.
And then this guy was he in feet in the beginning, or he was the one that was out, right?
This is the guy that was out, so it's dice off 3.
Okay. Does 10 to the 3. Works for him. Let's see. I think we'll go ahead and send the number 2 Turnian into blaster number 1.
Okay.
Just to gum him up. He'll connect. And then dice off 9, I think, is what it was. So no damage. My adjunct is just going to run to keep up with Vlad. The Devastator is just going to... He's going to walk around the driller. And then I think we're just going to bump him.
I can't be bumped.
Oh yeah, that's right, because you're steady and sturdy.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll just put the Devastator here. And then I will the best I can do is headbutt you. But that's not going to do much. Because I'm strength 12. So we're just going to keep him where he is and not really do much of anything. Devastator's just going to be there. Let's see. Turnians. I think we're just going to run one over to here to tow the zone.
Mm-hmm.
The other unit of Turnians are going to run. Going to be doing similar. So Doom Reaver Doom Reaver Green, I think we're going to start charging into number 1.
Okay.
All right, 4 Doom Reavers. Can we take out an Arm 21 light? First one hits. These guys are out 12, so it's going to be off 9.
Yep.
That's going to do 6.
Good start.
To the 3. Second one will hit. Off 9 does 3 to the 6. Third one hits. Does a whopping 7 to the 3. And then the final Doom Reaver will hit and does 3 to the 6.
Perfect. As all things should be.
Motherfucker. So we're going to berserk into number 2 then. We will hit and just force tough. He is not tough. I didn't position these guys quite the way I needed to because he's going to berserk again.
Uh-oh.
He'll hit and then force tough.
Uh-oh.
Not tough. So those Doom Reavers are gone. That's my trade. 2 Doom Reavers for 1 Gun Bunny. I think I lost that deal.
It's... I'm sorry for laughing. I don't think I've ever seen that happen.
No, it's no big deal. Like I just my positioning will always be weird with Doom Reavers. I was just trying to get them all in and didn't think it was going to work like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's going to be everything for me. So I don't think either of us score anything. So it goes on to turn 3.
I agree. Up to turn 3. So, on my focus back, I'm going to upkeep fire for effect and snipe. Blaster over there. Focus. 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 And focus. Oh, how do I get that gunner unjammed? What's the melee threat on the escorts? They're POW 13, right?
POW 10s, it's not as good.
POW 10s? I mean, the feeder ones are POW 13 though, right?
I'm sorry, they go up to
Yeah.
POW 13. Yep, under feet.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like free strikes from weapon masters. I generally have a bad time with that. So
Yeah, it's not a good deal.
But what I do enjoy doing is shooting my own stuff. So you usually have great success in that. I think that is my initial plan. My siege cannon. It's too bad you didn't take the movement out on that one. That'd have been great. My fire for effect siege cannon is going to stand still and aim and shoot my super heavily damaged gun blaster that has all of these things surrounded by it.
Yep.
I will be hitting it in the back, or hopefully be hitting it in the back. So I will be defense 14. I'll need a 6. That'll hit.
Yep. I got your blast there.
Oh, we got it twice now. Okay, so on number 2. Tough check.
Yep.
Oh, your toughs are hot. Oh, you have increased armor as well.
Just on a couple of them, yeah. I don't think number 2 got it because he
Okay.
was not feeded on.
Okay, but the other ones will be. So you will
Yeah,
be
so they're
armor
up to 17
17. So I
instead of
need
14.
11s. Nothing on number 5. What about number 1?
They're 1 lower, so I
Yeah.
think he's good too.
That'd be good too. Then the number 4. That'll be a tough check.
Nope.
Okay.
That would be a soul for my void.
Then on my guy. Splush.
Well, that worked out better than what I thought it would.
Journeyians are only 1-inch range, right?
No, those escorts are 2 inches.
Oh, they are 2 inches? Okay.
Yep, they got their walking stick.
Okay. Not bad. Arlo, what are you going to do? What's your defense under feet right now? Is it +3 as well, or is it?
I believe the defense, yeah, the defense goes up +3.
Things a whole lot more difficult. I'm going to put my phone on silent because it seems like everyone's trying to get a hold of me on a time when I'm like, no, stop. Unfortunately,
No, that's how it goes.
I'm on call
Whenever you're
24/7. Yeah, when I'm streaming, it's like this is probably the busiest that my phone's been on stream yet, which probably isn't that bad as it could be, but
yeah,
still bad enough.
yeah, that is what it is.
I work for I work as a radiation safety officer, so if there's an emergency, I'm the one that gets called.
Seems like something to be mindful of.
Quite. Okay. What's the next deal? So the walking stick is a 2-inch reach. That's brutal. That's only POW 13. Base -5. Probably not going to bust a column. So, probably okay in that aspect. There's a few shots I can take. All right, Harlow's going to sit tight. He's going to aim.
Yep.
He's going to start John Wicking. First shot is going to be against Doomreaver Swordsman number 5.
In which color?
Orange.
Okay.
So he will be a 16.
All right.
I'll need a 7.
Yeah, this guy will be 16. Yep.
Yeah, so I'll need a 7 to hit. That'll hit.
Not tough.
Okay. Then take a shot at. What's the defensive stats of the adjunct?
The adjunct is 13, I believe.
13?
Yeah, 13.
Debate on whether I should take that shot or not. Probably not a bad plan. Okay, I'm going to take a shot at the adjunct.
Okay.
That'll hit.
Yep. 13 with 5 boxes. Yep, you got him.
Next shot is going to be Doomreaver Swordsman number 5 on the left.
Okay.
That'll hit.
Not tough.
Then I will take a shot at. Things are just like the ridiculous amount of def that the defeated ones have. I'm just like, I'm not going to hit that.
Yeah, it's a toughie.
Yeah. What's the stats on the Golden Lord?
13.
13. I'll take a shot at the Golden Lord.
Sure.
Hits.
Yep.
Armor 13.
Yep.
Tough check if you got it.
No, he's just gone.
Or cleanup. Really want to kill that Void Archon. Really think I need to. I don't have Pathfinder. Move here and suck a free strike.
Okay.
Your Turnian, or sorry, I keep calling them Turnians, but they're not.
No, you're good. He hits easy. Then this is PAL 13, so dice off 3, is it?
Off 5.
Off 5, sorry.
I'm in 18 right now.
5. It's the 1.
Ready. And then he's going to boost a shot into the back of the Void Archon.
Yep.
That will
you'll
will just barely hit. And this will be dice off 5. 9 damage.
Okay, he's got 1 left. Or 3 left, sorry.
3 left, yeah. My number 4 is going to yeah.
Yeah, my Doom Reaver there is knocked down, so you're good.
You know, here.
Yep.
Take a shot at him.
Mm-hmm.
That'll hit. And kill. Number 5. Number 5 is going to aim and shoot into the... Oh, you have Sackpawn. You can Sackpawn to knock down things too. Damn it! That makes it more difficult. Don't have Pathfinder. Damfist, can you do something for me? Don't know if you can. I really am not sure if you are able to. Because you'll be defense 16 in melee?
Yep.
Ugh. Can't even push him off. He is going to charge the knockdown Turnian. Yes, this is a heavy going after, or knockdown Turnian. Knockdown Doom Reaver, which is going to auto hit with the drill and crush him out.
Yep. Pasted.
That was an absolutely necessary use of a heavy. Those two knockdowns are just like the perfect spot. Oh, this sucks. I'm gonna back up and take a Weapon Master free strike.
Okay. We'll connect.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad roll.
Oh. I'll take a shot at that swordsman now.
Yep.
Tough check.
He is.
Of course he is. Damn good. I don't think I'm going to be able to clear the zones. I don't think I'm going to be able to score this. Roll. Steelhead Gunner is going to move up. Here.
Yep.
He's going to spray.
Sure.
Doom Reaver Swordsman. I'll hit. I need to check the actual POW with them. It's POW 12, so it's tough. Oh no, I do roll it. Oh, I need 2 dice. That'll do it.
Yeah, he's gone.
And do that. And it'll be just reconnected. Okay, so you can take a free strike.
Yep, from the escort.
Yeah.
We'll hit.
Absolutely.
And then POW 13 on him.
Yeah, off 5.
Does 7
Nice.
to the 5. So with that, the way that I think this works is as soon as you leave his engagement is when you stop.
I believe that as well. So I would be just outside engagement.
Yep.
We'll go there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will spray him.
Sure.
in the butt. So he will be effectively, he'll be a
13 up
16,
to 16 to 14.
14. So I'll need an 8.
There you
Perfect.
go.
And dead.
He is 5 boxes at armor 16.
Oh, yeah, that is wrong. 3 damage.
Good deal.
Good deal indeed. That was a real good free strike.
Yeah, I liked that. I thought all the gun bunnies had gunfighter though.
No, I wish.
No.
That would be amazing if they did. And if they do, and I've never played it that way, I'm an idiot. That'd be awesome. He's just going to back up, and he's also going to go for a spray on him. But first, I'll take my free strike. Oh, stream's back up in full health again.
Yeah, maybe they used to have gunfighter at one point in time. So we'll still hit.
Yep.
Off 5.
Yep.
Does 5 to the 4.
Then I strike back. 8. Hit. Off 6. That'll kill.
Yep, he's toast.
Ample to there. Repo. What's Vlad threats 11, I imagine?
It's a little different now because he's got his little vengeance triggered. So he goes from 6 to 9 to 12 to 14.
14?
Yep.
Damn fist, you just sit there and look pretty. Here. Why not? Ossrum, what are you gonna do? Probably do something. Ossrum's just gonna move. Actually, Ossrum's gonna cast fire for effect. Cycle fire for effect first.
Sure.
He's just gonna shuffle over here, which is well outside anyone's threat ranges. Looks like. I'm pretty sure the Devastator's threat is like 7, 9. Should be fine.
Yeah, 10 with a sail, but that's reaching.
That's really reaching. And siege cannon. Siege cannon, you need to do something. Siege cannon is going to take a shot at the back of my own gun back blaster on the right.
Okay.
So I'll be aiming, so I will need a... I'm going to be a 16. I'll need an 8. That'll hit. On number 3 will be a tough check.
He is not.
Then on number 4 As we discussed, 11s is not 11. And on my guy. Off 2 is going to be 9. The 6. Which will kill my own guy. Always lovely doing business with you.
Yep.
Kind of a sweet spot right there. Legal move. Do illegal things. Don't try to cheat. Don't cheat, Ian. I think that's about it. That's all I can do.
Alrighty. So
Or 1.
stack Vlad up totally, and then I don't think I want to upkeep Arcane. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I can upkeep it because it's for free.
Yeah.
Power up the Juggernaut. Devastator's out, so
Are you a 7 or a 6?
7. Oh no, he's in. Yeah,
He's in.
never mind. I moved him into control. That's what I did last turn. So he goes up. So for allocation, I'm not going to put anything anywhere. I think Ossrum's camping 1.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can do anything to him, but we'll try. So first up, we're going to end up walking this Turnian.
Yep.
And we're going to try and spray you.
Absolutely.
See if we can get lucky here. Oh, they don't. Yeah, they have Bonds of Woe, so I'd have to throw that at you instead. Yeah, your defense isn't super awesome, right? You're like 14?
14.
13?
14.
So 14. It's a 7 to do a POW 12 or try and ice cage you. I think I'm going to go just for the POW 12. I'm going to dig for business here.
Okay.
Looking for a 7. We'll miss. Next up. See if this guy can go where he needs to. Yeah, so we'll put the escort up here and try and frostbite you.
Sure.
That one will connect, and then you'll be stationary. No, he doesn't crit stationary you. Sorry. I would have appreciated that. So this will be a POW 12.
Off 5.
Does 2.
Take 2.
What else can I do here? I got more Turnians, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess Bonds of Woe is still range 10, so. So that one will be within 10. This guy will just, I don't think he can get within 10 and have line of sight to you.
Yeah, that would be a tough one.
Yeah, he would have to come down here and maybe draw a line through that. Yeah, we can get the range through there. And then I think I've got a beat on you through these jacks.
Can you put him back where you had him by chance?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
So we'll get him back And then we'll copy. Maybe I might have put my escort in a not great space for it. Stop moving.
Actually, I got a laser here.
Yeah, I think that's going to work better than me screwballing with the model.
Usually that works. You're within 10?
Yeah, I'm within 10. I just I was looking at trying to screwball the angle a little bit. I don't think that matters, but
yeah, it looks good right there.
All right, so we get 2 POW 10s on him, or 2 POW 12s. So 7s to hit.
You got one. Oh yeah.
First will miss. Then the second one will connect. And this is off 5 again, right? You're 17?
Yep.
Does 2.
Okay, I'll take 2.
Okay, so that is that unit. So I think my chances of dropping Ossrum are super duper tiny here. But I think I'm running out of stuff to do because I'm just going to start losing shit. So
yeah.
If you don't mind, I'm just going to take my 3-inch movement with Vlad real fast.
Go for it, 100%.
And then we'll go ahead and walk him up. Just over. Now this is another one where I've got to try and figure out where to go. Okay, it looks like I shouldn't have too many issues trying to draw a line through here. Unless I'm just looking at it stupid.
No, I think you actually got it there.
All right, so we'll go ahead and spend 2 to throw a razor wind at you.
Yeah, I think
the
line is just barely there, actually. Okay. Yeah.
That'll connect.
Okay.
I will boost damage.
Okay. What's the power of it?
12.
Okay.
Does 5, so focus.
Focus, yep.
Then spend again. And it's better that I just boost the hit and then hope for mega crazy boxcar damage. That's not bad, though. 10.
Yep.
Left him on 4.
Left me on 4.
I don't think there's anything else that I can possibly do here. Trying to think if there's anything I got that's deep in the tank. The closest I could get is the Devastator, but I don't think he's going to be able to get to where he needs to.
Yeah, because you need to...
I think it's within 3 inches for the flak field thing.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, and if he charges here, which he can't charge that way because he'd be charging over a wall. Yeah, he just can't get within 3 inches of Ossrum.
Yeah.
Welp. I guess the best I can do right now is I'm just going to take the purple unit and activate them. He's going to walk up here. This guy's just going to charge the gun bunny in the bottom.
Yep.
Then we'll take a swing.
Sure.
Next. Your 16 armor? 18?
18.
So dice off 5 does 9 to the 2.
Okay.
We'll just have this Juggernaut run over to here.
Okay.
And the Devastator is going to stay put. And I guess Ossrum can just go ahead and do his worst.
Okay. You want to roll this out and everything, or just?
You can whatever makes you feel good. But I think for me, I think the game's toast now. Like that was my last chance, was trying to get Ossrum down, and I just came up a little short.
I absolutely agree. I think we know where this one's going to be going, because
yeah, it's going to be a driller boosting for sustained attacks, and then Vlad gets
drilled out
hard.
Yeah, because you're on a 0 camp. Yeah, he gets hurt real hard.
Yep. No, that I think in hindsight, the Vlad 3 list might have been just a better drop with the threat ranges, because I think it would force you to feat early with Ossrum, and then I could back off and not have to worry about giving up a lot. But I think also the me playing without paying attention to the blasts on the AoEs, that was probably the bigger deal for me.
Yeah, because I think the blasts on the AoEs took out 10 doom, like took out almost 2 units by themselves.
Yeah, that was a little rough for me. I was being real coy and just kind of forgot about the AoEs.
Yeah, the 4-inch AoEs. That one behind the wall, when I saw that, I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah, that was, and I think that's another one of those war table things where like it looks like I'm far away on the table, but like in actuality I'm not that far, even though I can sit there and when I click on the model I see how far things are. It's just not something that I'm that is always in the back of my mind.
The spatial awareness is much different. I 100% agree. I wish I could get more table games. But I mean, realistically, it's not going to happen for probably a while until we get our cases and contractions much lower. So, thanks for the game, though. I really appreciate this.
No, War Table's fun, and this was a good game. I was kind of hoping to pull it back there for in the end with Vlad just kind of pushing hard, but unfortunately, it just is what it is.
And this is my when I lose games, when I'm up on games, the biggest thing that I do to cause myself to lose is doing something silly like that. Ossrum had no place.
Yeah, I think if Ossrum was like just didn't move at all and stayed back here, yeah, like that assassination wouldn't have happened.
Well, hey,
I was kind of hoping you'd get him within 14 for the epic Vlad charging in.
I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm gonna get murdered. Especially when I'm cycling fire for effect, I'm just tempting fate with the focus starve.
Exactly. Yeah, I think if you wouldn't have had that one camp focus, it would have been Ostrum's death.
It would literally, mathematically, it would have been dead.
Yep.
And it's good that I held them as well for that big spike.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping you would just push out for the boosted hand cannon shot somewhere, but what can you do?
Yeah, the feated on stuff like the high defense is what kind of like really jammed me up, and I'm like, you know what, I could just position for next turn and be like, I kind of did some decent work. I don't think there's gonna be too big of a crackback, and then I do something dumb like put Ossrum in a place where he could just get it absolutely wrecked.
Yeah, it's one of those Vlad 3's or Vlad 2's feats, one of those things that kind of gets you coming and going. I think people don't think about him on the defensive side. Not that I would ever feat defensively with Vlad, but he just like, it adds to the offensive output and then helps you with the defensive retaliation when things come back at you.
Yeah, I do have to say your tough rolls were fire this game.
They were a little over
good.
The top.
I mean, if your tough rolls didn't if you didn't roll toughs the way that you did, the last turn would have been the last turn.
Yep, when it rains it pours with the tough rolls, I think, with me.
That was good. Thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah, thanks again for the game. I look forward to trying to do some more stuff in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I usually try and get about 2 games a weekend. Also, let me know if you're ever interested in doing a war table, if you have a couple spare minutes. This time frame kind of works for me really well. It's a little earlier than what I normally start playing at. Normally I start playing at around 8 my time, which is about 9 your time. I'm not sure if that's too late for you or if that's still on a good...
Yeah, I think the time we started here works well for me. Right now it's about 10:30 here, and that's about turn-in time for me. So
perfect. Then yeah, in the future,
getting old.
I hear you. Having to have a career and everything kind of sticks everything to it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much again, and let's do this in the future. I'll be in touch for sure.
Yeah, thanks. It was a good time playing.
All right, man. You have a good night. Okay.
You too.
Bye. Thank you very much, everybody, for enjoying this game. Thank you very much for watching this game. It was right in that 2.5 hour, almost like a little shy of 3 hour mark. Appreciate the for all of you sticking around. It was a great game. I haven't had a chance to kind of network and play with other YouTubers yet, other than Mr. Malorian. And with this game, it was, I mean, it was a great game. It was the list checking kind of didn't work out because the threat ranges were in my favor, and the ability to remove lots of models was in my favor. And but I mean, the tough rolls were great on his side. It really helped him stay in the game. I hope you guys all have a good night. Keep killing it.